I am back and with some more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We're on episode 135 and we're going to continue on with the Fate of Atlantis Let's Play. And yeah, we're just continuing right where we left off last time. And I'm just getting up Twitch because I said last time Twitch has updated my user interface for streaming on a console, and they've streamlined it so it's like less cluttered, you could say. Wow, like the icon's smaller, but they don't show how many viewers are watching, and they don't show how long you've been streaming, which is the two bits of information I like to see, and the mic. So it's kind of irritating that they've removed that, but it's fine. I'm gonna just try and put my phone up more often, I think, because I think Twitch ain't working like that. Because I've tried the mobile, because I was using the desktop version of Twitch on my mobile last time, which is kind of irritating to use. Yeah, stopwatch. Which showed how long you've been streaming, but I've just tried the mobile version of like the website, and it doesn't show how long you're streaming, which is kind of problematic. So I've just put a timer on. I think I'm gonna just have to do that because I really like the design, like how small it is. Like it's not getting in the way. Like how many times during a stream or a video I've had to back out and reorganize it. Like it's been quite often. So like the new design is pretty decent, but it's just that I'm not a massive fan of the not giving us all the information we had before. It's like I don't need the webcam icon. Like the mic, the recording, like the bread thing is good, but knowing how many viewers you got or how long you've been streaming, that's pretty important. Like to be fair, I suppose like even though it's nicer looking now, I probably prefer it as it was before. But I think what they're trying to do is they want you to download your mobile app and use it through that way, maybe, or use the desktop on your phone, maybe. But it's just I don't want to do that. Like I know I need to get better interacting with Twitch community, but really for me I'm kind of more interested in just making these raw gameplay, just my raw reaction. I feel bad not interacting with anyone that does come across my Twitch, but it's just got it. Just the way I want to do it for now. And with I think I mentioned it recently, but I've been watching Heel vs Baby play Elden Ring. And he's had a lot of problems with like people backseat driving. And the way I've seen it is that like he's interacting with his community probably too much, really. He's not like he shouldn't, because he should, because he's pretty big YouTuber, but really he needs to be interacting with. He shouldn't be interacting with the people that are actually driving. If he's spotting that over anything else, he just need to blank that out, or just not pay attention to it, because it's It's not gonna do him any good. Him doing that. Suppose we could put this up. Talk to this guy. But backseat driving, like, you should either ignore it or maybe not have, like, look at the chat at all, maybe.
Alright,
I don't know.
I'm ready to hear about your lost souls.
Oh, them. Not everyone in the underworld belongs here. These souls are lost. Their true resting place deserves to be found.
You're the ferryman. You tell them where to go.
That's not in my job description. Every soul arrives lost with unfinished business. Some are just more sympathetic than others.
Who are these souls you want me to help?
Most die, and I'll give them proper funeral rites, but some aren't so lucky.
And the unlucky ones become lost.
Oh yes, they are left to wander eternity unaccepting of their fates.
I'll help you, ferryman. But where should I start?
There's a soldier, an Athenian. He wished to die an honorable death in battle, but as he charged towards the enemy, he slipped in the dirt and fell.
Sounds like quite the warrior.
He needs a glorious death to pass on to Elysium, but he cannot go to war without his weapon and armor. One is located in the Restless Necropolis, and the other is in the hands of the champion known as Swordfish.
Swordfish. Of course he'd be here. I'll return the soldier's equipment and help him claim the death he seeks.
Okay. Because, yeah, last time we were getting into quite a few boss fights, so we'll probably be doing the same today. Yeah, like, for me, with streaming, I'd rather, for me, backseat driving, like, I don't know. I probably would take the advice. Like, if I ask for advice, I should get it. Like, I think I mentioned about Mauler. He was talking about it, and he was talking about how he had a moment where this backseat driver told him what was there. Like, Mauler was like, I wonder what's over there in the distance. And someone in the Twitch chat wrote out everything that was there. The boss. And it's like, them sort of people you could fuck themselves, really. But yeah, last time, like, I'm starting to see this DLC being very similar to Dark Souls. Like the way they do the boss fights in this, it's kind of like Dark Souls in this DLC. I wouldn't be surprised if Ubisoft do a Dark Souls ripoff after how successful Elden Ring is. I would not be surprised. Either they make an Assassin's Creed game like Elden Ring, or it'd be another way. Oh, is this guy like Poison? I think I remember this guy. I think like either this guy has stuff related to snakes, or actually we might die with some of the snakes in the main game. Oh yeah, I just went past the snake there. Oh, this might be bad. I think I remember. Some of these fights I remember. Be going back to me.
Oh, how I've waited for this day. I am going to lead the way. Venom of 1,000 snakes.
Oh my god, this is gonna be tedious. Fuck off with your poison. Well, your poison ain't doing it. Stop looking onto the snake. Fuck off. Yeah, why would you attack the pot? That doesn't make sense. And I'm locked onto someone.
Help! It burns! When I'm done, I'll send him to one. Help! It burns!
Got this guy.
That was the hired killer who tried poisoning politicians in Athens.
Huh. Oh, so, is he the reason why Athens? You know the plague that happened at, that we went through during the main game? Is that the guy that did it? Yeah, that was a bit. Didn't mean to whistle. I rewatched Spider-Man Far From Home yesterday because it recently got released properly. And man, that film is something that we've needed for a long, long time. Just pure entertainment, no lecturing, no telling us what right and wrong is. And, well, no, there is a right and wrong in that. Like helping people no matter who they are. That's probably the theme of this that game. And yeah, it's just really cool. Seeing all the Spider-Men back and where this is going. Yeah, what a good story. And they really did a good job of that. Went into the underworld. What do you got? Is this just leading me out, or what? What is this? Huh. I hate fucking archers, they're so fucking irritating. Fucking cowards. Wankers. Well, there was two. Oh no. No, there's two thingy-bobs. Right, creepy sounds. What this is all about. A baby cry. It's not good. Huh. Where the fuck they come from? Kinda cruel. didn't mean to do that. Shit. Can't see a thing, it's so weird. You gotta get the big guys out of the way. Why you after me for, you stupid bitch? Level up. Hey. That was exhausting. Now there has to be loot in here somewhere. Is there a reason for the baby? Or is it like, oh, that's a creepy noise, let's put that in. Oh, do you want to put a story with it? No. It's just a creepy noise. The story of Ubisoft. It's a creepy noise. Just use it. Right. Let's save. Actually, no. Let's level up as well. So I guess we could head down there. Go point to point. I think we've done about 20 minutes so far. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, like, guessing, like, how long you've been streaming for. Like, maybe I should just stream for as long as I want to, which I usually do anyway. But it's just like, I do like to get my videos to at least an hour long. But I suppose I don't have to. It probably just depends on what we do in the episode, but like, I don't want to end up being stuck, like, sometimes like an hour and a half video feels like half an hour. And I don't want to end up like somehow doing a 3-hour video thinking it's an hour long or something stupid. There's no me I would do that. But I don't know, like at least I'm doing some videos, you know, no matter what goes up. It's like with my Hitman the other day, because it ended a bit shorter than I would expect. I just put it as that. I think it was like the first episode of Hitman 2. The first episode of Hitman 2, I ended up just first episode of Hitman 2 was only like half an hour long because it just ended then, and I thought it is like, if I can do it, I will do it because it's just a nice, somewhat convenient thing to do. Uh-oh. Luckily, you didn't come up here. See what we got. Where did that come from? Oh dear. And really, Hitman, I was talking about Watch Dogs Legion last episode because I bought it. And I've got to say that, like, I fucking hate it when Americans make British games, or like even like people from, like, say Forza Horizon 4, which was set in the UK. That was still like so exaggerated for like the way you, like, I suppose it wasn't too bad. Like, no, actually, Forza Horizon 4 wasn't too bad. But like Ubisoft, when they did Syndicate, and then they did well, Legion, what I've played now, it's so over exaggerated on the UK shit. It's like, if that was any other country, say they did a Chinese game, say they did a Chinese game set in Japan or something, people would say it was racist because it went too full on the like accent or something. Because for some reason in gaming, they all insist on going over the top with the accents of the UK. Like, we're so like Cockney and all that, you know. And swear, well, like the swearing is like kind of ridiculous in Watch Dogs Legion. Even though, like, I suppose I swear quite a bit. But it's just it's like, for me, I find it quite offensive. It's like, I'm not like that. And they do it in Syndicate. Like, Syndicate was so like Oliver Twist sort of thing. And it's like, I suppose it's fine. Like, that's more of a dated, feel to that game, I guess. More of a classic feel to that game, but Legion is so like, and the thing is, every person in that game looks American, like really hippie and.
I've been waiting for you, Mistios. Come to be fooled.
Let's go down here. got him?
Back to swimming with the fishes.
That was easy.
This must be the sword. I've got the Athenian sword and armor. Now I just have to return them to him.
That's quite good that I was able to just kick him off like that. Fresh cabbage. Would you like a bit of cabbage? Okay, so I guess we head back there. After we get our loot. Is this poisonous? No. It would have been kind of interesting if that were poisonous. And yeah, if you haven't seen last video, last episode, I'm thinking, because I recently bought, as with Watch Dogs, I bought Immortals Phoenix Rising, and I'm kind of thinking after this, I was going to go into Origins, wasn't I? And I was thinking maybe have a break from the Assassin's Creed stuff and go into Immortals Phoenix Rising, because it's a brand new game, something that I've not experienced before. And I was thinking just go and play through Immortals Phoenix Rising and then go back to Origins. I think that would be kind of good. So I don't think it'd take me too long to get through Immortals, but because I bought it and I want to play it, won't I, at some point. And I suppose it'll go with this, because I think it's the same studio that did this game to that. So it'll be a little bit of a continuation of their work, I guess. And I have just been interested about that game. Since it came out, and I've got it. I've got access. I still need to download it properly. I paused the download process because I downloaded the I stopped the download process because for some reason when I was downloading it and I was putting my headset on, my headset was really crackling, like for the audio of everything. And then when I paused it, it was alright, so I had to pause it for my recordings. But yeah, all is good. Gotta say, that guy, like, he looks like Loki. I wonder if like, they copied his design from Avengers. He really looks like Loki. Very good. Let's save it. I'm getting through a lot of these now. But yeah, hang on. Doesn't he look like Loki? From like Marvel.
smell of battle is always the same.
I'm clumsy. Just clumsy. A fellow warrior. Did death find you on the battlefield like it did me?
Death hasn't found me yet.
I died pathetically on my knees in the dirt. That's why I'm trapped here.
I'll give you the glorious death you seek.
I can't fight you unarmed. There's no honor in that.
Lucky for you, I have your armor and weapon here.
Huh? You just gonna have a replay?
It feels different.
You'll get the hang of it.
I joined the war to protect my home from the siege of Sparta. Tell me, did we save glorious Athens and its people?
Athens wasn't destroyed by Sparta, but by disease. A plague wiped out the city. I can still smell the burning flesh from the piles of dead.
So, Athens is no more. We all died for nothing. Without Athens, without its people, what is there left to honor? It's time. Come, put an end to my suffering.
I feel like he's gonna trip up and maybe not. Maybe not.
Let's end this the right way.
So much for giving him his shield back, isn't it? Oh, fuck off. It ain't my fault I'm more powerful than it. It's not exactly a fair fight for him, is it? Poor guy. What are you gonna do when you punch like that? You getting involved for in your fight? What are you guys getting involved for? Like, fuck you. Why am I going like GT2 graphics going from above? What the fuck? Why is my camera going like that? I wasn't even doing that then. What the fuck was that? Let's go like GT2 graphics like this. It's kind of funny that you can actually do that. That's so weird. I weren't even touching the camera and the camera's going up. I hope I ain't got like stick shift or whatever they call it. Right, let's go do that guy. Now that would be actually a pretty cool remaster for me. I would love them to do like GTA 1 and 2, and probably the PSP version of Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, I think it was. I really like that game. Like I played on the DS. If you got a DS lying about from when you were growing up or something, Try and find Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars and The Sims 2. That's really good. It's like Sims 2. I don't know whether it's got a subtitle for The Sims 2, but it's like you got your own hotel and you're like running it. It's such a good game on the DS. But Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, the one thing I loved about that is the drug dealing. I know it's kind of dodgy, but yeah, really like the you got like a proper drug dealing trade system in that game, and it's just really satisfying. Like you go around, you buy drugs, go sell it to someone else. It's really basic, but like I've always wanted that in GTA, where like you have your own like a proper business like that. Like in GTA 5, they added businesses, but they were shit. Like, there were random missions that popped up, and it was like, go here, drive here, do that, do this, and it's like, fuck off. I want to be my own boss. I want to do my own thing. Like, that's why I like Red Dead Redemption 2, is that you kind of had your own little tasks afterwards. After you completed the game, you had like your own little things to do. Like you could go hunting, you could go things like that. Like the only thing in Red Dead Redemption 2 that I would have liked to have had done, it would have been nice to have like like you know in GTA 4 and stuff and GTA 5 you have dates with people. I wish they kind of did that. And to be honest, I wish there was like a New Game Plus in Red Dead Redemption 2 where you had the camps still. Like your game was essentially saved from one of the camp locations, so like it was a never-ending location, but there was like no story, but you kept going back to Camp as Arthur. I really would love that. Like that's one thing I would really like to see. Oh, actually, is there like a... I didn't remember this. Is there a hole in the ground? This one seems like a bit weird to get to. I don't want... I keep pressing the wrong thing to... I want the scan thing, not the pause. Oh, we're on the edge of the world. I think there's a hole in the ground, if I remember. Might be wrong. Where is this then? Okay.
Let's go.
Off. Yeah. All you remember is the pit. Oh, please don't tell me this is the one. I remember one boss fight that was really, really bad. And it was like really, really tough. He had this bullshit attack that he kept doing all the time. Can't remember. I don't know whether we've already fought him. And I managed to take him out pretty quickly. Oh. This is... Cultist. What the fuck is this? Hello?
I can still feel Demos smashing my head against the armor. Thanks to the
Ah.
power Demos gave me, I am immortal.
It would be nice to have a bit more dialogue. Like, this would have been a really... Like, these bosses that we've been fighting. They could have done, like, a... Shadow of War-esque thing. Where, like, your enemies spoke to you before we actually got into the fight. That would have been kind of cool.
After I kill you, Demos is next.
I have a feeling we won't get another Shadow of War game though, you know. Because I think the Lord of the Rings game rights is up for sale, like films, the games, everything. Like Amazon's bought like a little bit of it, like they bought like an index page of the books. They haven't bought the full rights to it, which is good. We do not want Amazon buying Lord of the Rings. You don't. Like this Rings of Power is going to be dog shite.
Victims. The one my brother killed to spare me.
But yeah, so if the rights to the Lord of the Rings is up for sale for the games, everything, and someone else buys it that isn't Warner Bros., we probably won't be getting another Shadow of War game. I really wish that we would. Like, I really want a Shadow of War too. One, I want more Lord of the Rings games, and two, Shadow of War is probably one of my favourite games. Like, sure, it released really corporate and shit, and it had so much bad press, but the game it is now is really, really fucking good. And it does deserve another. Like, the Shadow of War games deserves a trilogy. You got Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, and then be kind of cool Shadow of Middle Earth. That would be kind of a cool name. Because there's a little bit more story there with Talion, I think. And there's a little bit more story there with some of the new characters that they introduced in Shadow of War. And just the system, like the Nemesis system, it deserves another shot. Some more like orc types, maybe different different enemies like humans maybe, I don't know. Elves that intimidate you, like it'd be interesting to see different races, maybe. But yeah, really cool. I'd love this Shadow of War game. Oh, look at that. What is that? Ew. What happened to you, poor sod? That's disgusting looking. Oh yeah, like, do you remember, like, if anyone's played Titanfall, do you remember that one Titanfall map in Titanfall 1 where, like, you had massive monsters in the background? Like, I think there was a monster in the middle of one of the maps as well. Like a massive, like, kind of like, it's more like a dinosaur, like, oh, what are they called? You know the dinosaurs with the long necks? Kind of like that. Oh, I just thought. No, that's another game that deserves another game. Titanfall. But we'll probably never get Titanfall again, which is a shame. So I love the Titanfall games. Like, the idea of first-person shooter. Introducing mech suits so well. Like, having, like, people... boots on the ground combat with exosuits sort of stuff blends so well with like mech suit fighting, and like where just a puny soldier can combat a massive mech so competently, and someone in a mech can target a guy in a suit so competently, and then you've got 1v1 with people on the ground, and then 1v1 and people in mech suits. And I think Titanfall 1 was better. Like, I think that was a bit more grounded and a bit more fun. Like they needed more weapon types and a bit more like what was in Titanfall 2. A bit more a lot more. There's a lot more in Titanfall 2 than there was in Titanfall 1 for content. But I think in Titanfall 1 they had better maps, they had better gameplay system with mechs versus Titans. I think the gunplay was better. Maybe we'll go do this and then we'll wrap it up, because if this is the last section, maybe next episode we can do this bit and wrap it up, maybe. Within the next 2 episodes, I'm thinking. So let's go do that last thing. But Shadow, no, but yeah, Titanfall 3 should happen. It's stupid that it isn't, or hasn't already, especially if Titanfall 2 was received so well. Like, that story was fantastic. With BT, was it? The robot. And his soldier buddy. It's a pretty nice story. Not the most dramatic story, or like, holy shit, like this is game changing, but like when so many shooters, like, I'd rather have a Titanfall 2 story, a nice story, than not have a story like it did in Titanfall 1 and, or in, say, Battlefield 2042. I don't know what that dog over there doing. I'm killing him because I get the ladder. Even though I don't exactly need it. Now, I wonder what's in here. So it's a seal thing. Yeah, we'll do this and then we'll probably wrap it up today. I love the back.
Don't want to be caught here.
I love it when they do the like when you're hanging on the edge of the cliff and then she does a back eagle dive. Really like that. So yeah, I'm thinking after Odyssey, we'll go right into shit. We'll go right into we'll go right into what's it? Immortals Feeding Horizon. It'll be a little bit of a break from this because, let's be honest, if I go straight into Origins, it's a lot of the same. Whereas, at least with Immortals, there'll be a nice excuse to try some new stuff out. Try new things out, and it'll be good. Let's wait for her to come back. Oh great, it's a big boy. I do like the combat in this. It's very simple, but it is very satisfying at the same time. Like, you do feel like you've got a lot of control into it. Like, you do have a lot of control in the way you fight and stuff. And it's just satisfying taking on people. It really is. Even though I'm fighting the same goons, like that's the thing. In like Elden Ring, you're not fighting these same mobs over and over again throughout the whole game. You might fight the similar guys now and then, but there's so many mobs in that game are so unique and their own bosses in their own right. It's just so well done. Whereas in this, like, even in this, like, I suppose in this DLC they've changed up a little bit, but they're the same guards. They've just got some magical abilities and that's it. Which is better than nothing, I guess, but, I think, but for me, like, I don't mind the loop. Like, the loop for me is still satisfying. Or else I probably wouldn't be playing it, would I? But like for me, like I've always said throughout this whole Let's Play, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Origins, and Assassin's Creed in general, ever since it's been birthed, they are perfect games to just sit down and play. Like say Black Flag or something like that. You don't need to do story stuff. You can just go around and enjoy the open world and like say Black Flag, go around sailing in your ship. Like that's one thing I used to love doing, especially after completing the game. When you're maxed out Jackdaw, sailing around the open seas. It's just awesome. And you get that with Odyssey and stuff. Like there's so much you can do within the worlds that you just play. Like it's essentially they're kind of like the way like I like survival games where there's not necessarily an end goal. Like you've got quests and stuff going along and stuff like that, but you can essentially play the way you want and do the things you want. And for me, especially like if you're ever working, if you're working and you have had a long day and you're really tired, you don't want an Elden Ring all the time. Like it's nice when you got the energy to deal with it, or like for me, I wouldn't want to just have Halo Infinite Legendary, say. I just wouldn't want that. Like, even with State Decay, I wouldn't want State Decay Nightmare all the time. Even though I've really enjoyed the game, that's become like my default difficulty. But like say I was really tired and I just want to play a game, like burn off some steam. For me, I just want something basic, you know? Like, I want something that has a lot of content, even if it's repeated. I want to be just plunked into the middle of a world like Skyrim or Odyssey or Grounded or State Decay and just told, you can do what you want. And I love that in games. Like, I love the linear stuff like a Metro, a Halo, really story-driven stuff. But I've said before, like, for them games, they've got good value in themselves, like as a movie-esque thing. But for me, once I've played through it, the next time I play, like say the next time I play through Metro, will probably be a long time. So you recently played through that, or the Halo games. The next time I play through all the Halo games will probably be for the next Halo game. Or like things like that. And it's like with Assassin's Creed, like I rarely play through the whole of Assassin's Creed, like every Assassin's Creed game, because like they're not exactly chronological anymore. They're connected, but they're just connected through a name. Like the only time I would like dive through a whole story would be the Ezio collection. Or, I don't know, I would probably go through Assassin's Creed 1, the Ezio collection, and probably Assassin's Creed 3 and 4. Like, they feel like a package to me, because Edward is connected to Connor, like blood-wise. You've got Desmond in Assassin's Creed 3, which connects to the Ezio games and the first game, like that sort of stuff. But it's always a good time with Assassin's Creed, and it's been really fun coming back and playing some more, as always. I think I'm going to do some dinner, and then I'm going to do some recordings of Mass Effect in a bit, which will be up yesterday and tomorrow morning on YouTube. There should be some Dying Light later on today and later on tomorrow evening. And yesterday and the day before in the evenings, State of Decay with Commonwealth should have started up. So we should be in like Drucker County, I think, trying all that good stuff. And yeah, just looking forward to the future of this channel. Thank you for anyone that's been subscribing, because as I mentioned last episode, I'm getting close. I'm like 94, 95 subscribers now. And like I said, when I get to 100, I'm going to try and do a stream on, a mega stream on like State of Decay, Grounded. I'll try and put some time aside for that. And we'll just do a chill stream. I'll get some food, I'll get some drinks, and we'll just chill out and stream State of Decay and Grounded. I'll either do it in one stream, both of them, like switch mid-game, or I'll do two separate streams. One big stream on State of Decay and one big stream on Grounded. I could do either both. Like the only worry is if I did a big stream and YouTube cuts off for a celebration, like Twitch, I mean, cuts off. But I suppose I'll get around that somehow. But yeah, it's been really good. With some more Assassin's Creed Odyssey soon. I'm going to try and do next rotation daily. But we'll see. I've tried to do this rotation daily, so that's that. I'm going to just do it by ear, I think. I want to try and do next rotation daily. I think I'll be able to. But if I did next rotation daily, the few rotations after will probably be on and off, if I'm working it out right. But it's been really good. I'm enjoying the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm enjoying the boss fights. They've been pretty good. And we've got a little bit left. I reckon this next episode and the episode after, maybe. It all depends on if there's a ton of quests that pop up, like we had with the first episode of Fate of Atlantis, where like I essentially did all the open world stuff, then we did the quests, which I think I've done a bit of a better blend in this. But to be honest, like I haven't noticed any quests pop up anyway. Like this episode's kind of felt like the game said, "Oh, you're in this world, go and do shit." More so than last time, where last time it kind of wanted you to go and do quests, but you kind of get sidetracked. But yeah, that'll be it for Assassin's Creed Odyssey for today, and there'll be more soon. Just keep an eye out for all the other episodes and Let's Plays that are going on, and we'll just see how it goes. And like I said, after Odyssey, I think I'm going to do Immortals Phoenix Rising. I think that'll be a cool little series to do, a break from Assassin's Creed, but I'm going to be back with Origins at some point. I was going to go into Origins after this, but I think it'll be a nice little break in a somewhat different style, but similar style with it'll be just a nice break, I think, when we do, but we've still got a lot of that Odyssey to get through. I reckon we'll probably be getting to episode 150, I reckon. 150, 60 of this series. Because we got a little bit more of this DLC to do. Well, we got episode 3 of this DLC to do. And then we got the crossover story. So I reckon probably 20 episodes. 20 episodes. 30 episodes maybe. Maybe less even. All depends, like, I know that episode 3 is a bit quite big to this different DLC, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, just enjoying it as always. It's always a good time streaming, and just grateful for anybody watching and who's joining me on the journey, for whatever journeys you join me on, because I know there's a lot, but it's been a good time. So I'll leave it there for today, and as always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.